Right, so I feel like I've just walked out of a pantomime. Would never ever watch the Magic Faraway Tree again. It's beyond cringe. It's tacky. Like the humour is just it's kid stuff, which makes it the perfect, ideal show to sit your kids in front of. Truly. All the actors, the entire ensemble are just brilliant. I mean, firstly, Jennifer Saunders with a German accent. I think it's German. Amazing. She's just completely convincing. Now, Claire Foy and Andrew Garfield. Oh God, glad I've got him in the back. But fucking Aaron Taylor-Johnson. Unfortunately, he wasn't part of the cast of the Magic Faraway Tree. But Claire and Andrew are so incredibly authentic as these sort of like disgruntled, stressed out parents of 3 kids who discover a magic land. You know, they're just the scenes between the family, like when they bring the kids together and they're like sort of rekindling and sort of reminiscing over their childhood, telling them about like how they grew up, things like that. It's very touching in places. So I'm coming at this purely from a neutral point, all right, because it really wasn't my kind of thing. In actual fact, I spent most of the time eye rolling and sort of, you know, yeah-ing. But yeah, some very, very touching moments, brilliant performances from all involved. Nicola Coughlan as a fairy, adorable. She's lovely, and this is right. If you're into the whole Enid Blyton franchise, the books, previous films, TV shows, you're going to love it. The story, the whole concept of it, it's incredibly simple. Actually, when it just said the end, like that was embossed on screen at the end, surprisingly, I was like, oh, was that it? Because it is quite, even though the film is quite action-packed, it ends quite abruptly. It's over before you know it, kind of thing. But then, what more do you want? I suppose in that respect, it captures like the attention span of many kids. It's the scene transitions. It's just barrels forward. It's one after the other after the other. So, you know, no sooner has the littlest one discovered the magic tree and entered the realm of like side note, pick and mix. The movie makers must have had shares in fucking like Cineworld's pick and mix stand or something. I don't know. But yeah, no sooner as she discovered it, then, you know, her brother and sister join. They're darting about. It goes from, it's brilliant actually, the scene transition. It just jumps. You know, they discover the tree. They go up a ladder. They land in a land. You know, they're being chased by enemies. Then they make friends. This happens, that happens. Bang, bang, bang. Perfect. Brilliantly produced. Very, very dynamic and effective actors. You've got baby reindeer, I can't remember her name off the top of my head, covered in like rubber gloves. Not as dodgy as it sounds, but yeah, who sort of sends them up a ladder. I never read these books. It was mostly my sisters growing up. They had the Enid Blyton books, as I recall. Was it like Famous Five and Secret Seven? Was it all that? I was more into Goosebumps myself and Point Horror. Don't know. Yeah, wasn't into Enid Blyton. But yeah, I can only assume it follows suit perfectly of the actual story. Like I say, the actors, they're authentic, they're entertaining. What's her name? Rebecca Ferguson. Has she got fangs in real life? I'm going to have to Google her. Was it one or both teeth pointed? Doesn't matter. But added... It gave her a distinguished look. Yeah, she was great. Rebecca Ferguson, she was all like, get out of my classroom! You know, she's like, the like pantomime, the caricature, the over-dramatic, overhyped performances. It was just spectacular. Seriously, the way she's recipe for a Disney villain. She's like, I can't do it because I'm holding my camera on one hand, but the way she sort of turns and she's like, you know, doing all this with her head and, get out of my classroom, who farted? You know, that type of thing. She's fucking excellent, truly. Yeah, they were all fantastic. Now, was that enough for you? Positives? Because I do have a few negatives. Surprising that, isn't it? It's just so cringe, isn't it? The way that, like, the older sister, she's like, Oh my God, A Magic Faraway Land. Are you? She's a bit shit, actually. Most of the kid actors, I mean, bless her. You know, I've got nothing against child actors. You know, they're getting their feet in the door, performance-wise, but they're shit, most of them. Like, she's like, you're saying there's a magic faraway land. Yeah, right. She discovers it, and she's like, for a split second, she's like averagely sort of like moderately like, wow. Oh wow, we're in a different land, and then it just carries on. Do you know what I mean? There's no realization of where she is. It doesn't dawn on her. She just lands up like in this mysterious realm, and then at first she doesn't believe it. Then she does. She's like, oh! And then there's no level. There's no dynamics at all. It's really quite tacky in that respect. Again, no offence to any of the actors, but do you know what I mean? There's even when she stood talking to Nicola Coughlin's character, who's dancing about whimsically, it's just brilliant. She's there's no residual sort of shock or impact. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if any of you have ever noticed that in films, but this one particularly. But they end up in the magic faraway land. And they just get on with it as if they've just popped into Aldi. Do you know what I mean? It's one of those. So yeah, beyond cringe. The dialogue it's immature shit. It really is. It borders on insufferable. But again, it's for the younger viewers, isn't it? So yeah, that whole thing, the lack of realization and dynamics, kind of continuity of emotion. Am I going too deep into this? Probably. I hate that in films like this. I hate it. So yeah. Aaron Taylor's biting my head. Whee. Anytime. Right. So, yeah, scene transitions. It's pretty. It runs perfectly. The ensemble, excellent. So yeah, Claire and Andrew, big up. Nicola Coughlan, she's just adorable. Absolutely adorable. But there's another thing here. It explores these whole friendships. Like the older sister. She's pessimistic. She's a pain in the arse, basically. She's full of attitude. But there's slight messages here. It's not too deep, but bringing people round. Convincing people, but that there is more to life than just being a stroppy bitch, basically. There's people out there, new personalities, new realms, and things to discover. That kind of thing. Yeah, but yeah, I think, who are my favourites? It's got to be Rebecca Ferguson, definitely. I mentioned this before, Rebecca Ferguson, I swear I went to school with Rebecca It's one of those names, isn't it? Nicola Brooke, or Robin Smith, Stuart Brown, that kind of thing. She sounds like someone I went to school with, which sound like someone. The name sort of sounds familiar to someone I went to school with. I swear I've met Rebecca Ferguson. Anyway, she was excellent. She doesn't get enough screen time though, because they enter her castle. There's this little bit of slapstick thrown around while they're sitting in class, and then she's gone. She's vanished. But again, I think the scene transitions and character introductions, the way they spring in and out sporadically. It just pays homage to the fact that it's a proper child's film. It's child's play. It's immature crap. It's slapstick, but it's fantastical. Like the land of pick and mix. Fucking hell! Even I was salivating. Like the giant cherries and the banana shrimps, marshmallows flying about. Slight negative. That was the thing. The younger girl who first discovers the magic faraway land. Come on, love. Jesus, she gets trapped by she's reaching up to grab these marshmallows, and the marshmallows sort of vine around her wrist and don't let her go. And her delivery, the performance, it's all that of she's just she's eating toast. She's got crumbs in her thumb. You know what I mean? She's just oh, let me just brush that off. No, it's one of them. There's no. I just sorry. So yeah, it's just so not believable, the performances. Again, I'm not here to slag off kids, but that's it. That's my point. All right. So yeah, but yeah, brilliant to see Jennifer Saunders again. I love Jennifer Saunders. She's just aging so gracefully, and she really packs a punch. Is that enough for you? It's enough for me. I didn't think I'd last 9 fucking minutes, but yeah. What is that? behind it. Fuse. Yeah, that was. I saw that listed, but that's on at a shit time, Cineworld. I think the first showing's like 4 p.m. on Sunday, because I'm popping back on Sunday afternoon. So I'll have to see that next, or the, what's her name, Zendaya, the drama. So those two are coming up next, if the timings match up. But yeah, the Magic Faraway Tree. I suppose it's, it follows the books nicely. Oh, the only one, Enid Blyton. Was that the one, I might sound like a complete, like, weirdo here, but was that the Adventures of the Wishing Chair? Adventures of the Wishing Chair. My sister had this big blue book when we were kids. It was about this boy and girl, this brother and sister, because anyone in an Enid Blyton novel, it's all siblings and family, isn't it? It's never like people they meet. It's a brother and sister, they discover a chair that flies. And it fascinated me, absolutely fascinated me. I think, actually, I was a bit daft as a child. And after I did, like, come into contact with the book, I remember my mum had this, like, spooky-looking chair in her bedroom upstairs. And I used to pretend it flew in the back garden. Oh, God. Anyway, so yeah, the Magic Faraway Tree, definitely one for the kids. Sit the kids in front of it. Adults, yeah, well, it's eye-rolling, it's cringe, and most of the dialogue is just plain fried shite. But it's one to watch on a hangover. So stick kids in front of it and make sure you're hungover when you're watching it. Big up, though, to Rebecca Ferguson and, what's her face, Nicola Coughlan. She's doing very well, isn't she? But yeah, the authenticity of the parents and the kids together. Good stuff. But no, I wouldn't watch it again. That's incredibly contradicting, isn't it? But it's just, I'm surprised I even made it this long. But coming at it from a neutral point of view, perfect scene transitions, the humour, the comedy, the characters and costumes, the colour, the saturation, the saccharine, the sugar overdose when they land in the world of Pick and Mix. It's just whimsical shite that you'll lap up, I'm sure.